Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. Today we are going to fly this Boeing 737-900ER operated by United from Newark to Boston. It's going to be a fairly short flight, around 40 minutes. This flight in a real life is usually operated by a 737 MAX, 737-8 MAX or some by United. They rarely use 737-900, but we are going to use this one for today. There will be two versions of this video. One when I'm going to take you through the whole journey related to preparation of the aircraft for the departure and takeoff and all the preparations procedure. And the second one a little bit shorter, which will be focused more on just views and pleasure of flying. So sit back, relax, and hope you are going to enjoy today's flight with me. I'm going to jump into the cockpit so we can start our preparations. So first things first, let's actually download our flight plan from SimBrief and start with the preparation of flight deck. So flight plan is downloaded, and I think we can. Okay, so let's make the basic checks. So thrust is idle, fuel cutoff, parking brake. Let's set the parking brake. Yes, love it. Okay, the parking brake is set. And let's check that seatbelt signs is off. And let's check the batteries. Okay, batteries are on. So I think we can actually call the refueling truck. Okay. I don't know what is the operator of United what is the ground handler for United at Newark?
Refueling truck is on its way.
So okay, I've just selected United, but if you do know, please feel free to leave a comment.
Truck arrives and ask to do
I will be more than happy to learn something new. Okay, let's go. We are on the ground power. We can arm the emergency lights. Let's move up and down, and yes.
Fuel truck is in position.
And we have the nav lights on. The rest of the lights can be off as for now. Perfect. I think it's also a good time to actually turn on the IRSs and initialize the IRS initialization aligning procedure, because it will take some time. And with that set, so we are 737-900ER with blended winglets. Engine rating is 27,000 Ks, which is okay. And navigation data is current. That's the most important thing. Let's go to the position initialization page. Let's copy the left GPS coordinates here, copy them here, and now the procedure for the IRS's alignment has just started. We can also insert the reference airport. Okay. Other than that, let's make the... Okay, let's check that all the lights are working as expected. Yes, it seems they do work as expected. And let's check the oxygen mask as oxygen level. Yeah, they work. Perfect. Okay. Let's check the weather and set the altimeter. So altimeter is 3001, so we can select it here. So it's 3001 one time and 3001 twice. And we have 3001 on the standby altimeter as well. Okay, perfect. that is set. All right, so now what we can do is actually start initialization of our FMS. So let's open our flight plan for today. This is our flight plan. I will scroll down a little bit, skip the weather, and okay, here we have the first information that we will need in order to set up our FMC and prepare for departure. Okay, so let's go. Actually, let's request our route. So we are Kilo Echo W. Sorry, that was already here. So here. Okay. No, I don't want it. But Kilo Bravo Oscar Sierra, which is Boston, and request. Yes, we have the route from this sim brief. Select the route. Let's wait for the route to load, and then we'll start. Then we'll proceed with the rest of the initialization of the FMC and flight for departure. Okay, load the route. Loading. It takes a while, but it's exactly as the real life. Okay, yeah, it's just one leg, which is correct. This is our routing for today. So let's start with the initialization performance. Our zero fuel weight for today is 130,000, well, 131,000 pounds. We can make it for 1 or actually 0.5. And planned cruise flight level 230, and wind 0 to 3 at 0.8. Okay, so we have 230. Let's set. What was the wind again? Okay, 0 to 3 at 0 to 3 slash 0.8. Okay. Okay, transition altitude is 18,000 feet, which is okay. Cost index is 18. Yes, this is our cost index for today, which is 18. And let's head and check the reserves fuel for today. So final approach is 2,300 and alternate is 2,200. So our reserves for today are 4,500 pounds. Okay, that is set. And total fuel for today, it's supposed to be 10,144 pounds. We have 10,300 on board, so 150 kilograms more than needed, which is okay. It's perfectly fine. Okay, the IRSs are aligning, and so let's set up the departure route as well for today. So I know it's going to be runway 04 left for departure, Newark 5, okay. Yes, and then vectors to Merit. So one explanation here, I'm not going to fly on any kind of network today. So basically, when passing this waypoint, we'll just like turn direct to Merit and then proceed with our flight. But let's actually set up the charts. So for departure, we want to have our Newark departure for runway. Okay, I'm going to pin it. Oh no. Hello, thank you. And I'm going to pin the airport charts as well. Let's do it airport. This is the airport. Yes, so this is the chart I need as well. Okay. For our arrival in Boston, Okay, I forgot the standard arrival, so let's head to our flight plan and check the routing for today. So the routing for today is direct to Merit and then Robux free. Okay, let's head back to the chart. Yes, we have free arrivals, runway free, but what else? Which runway we expect? Okay, we are going most probably to expect runway 04 right in Boston. So let's get once again back to the charts and well, here we are. So this is what we need. I'm going to select the approach for ILS runway 04 as well. Okay, and then the airport chart, which is here as well. Okay, perfect. So let's select the pin ones. That's interesting because I was quite, yes, okay, airport info. Okay, and this is our pinned. All right, let's zoom in a little bit. So we were, yeah, JFK Merit. This is our point. Okay, so for departure arrival ILS 04 right. This is our Merit, yes, and transition will be, that's a very good, yes, Golf Oscar Sierra Hotel India. Okay, this is our transition. Let's select it. Let's check the route. So we have the vectors to Merit. Then just make sure that all the waypoints are here with all the restrictions, and they are. And vectors, yes. We will leave the vectors for the time being. However, well, you know what? Let's get rid of the vectors since we have the nice continuation of the star straight into the ILS. So let's make our lives a little bit easier. Okay, that's it. So in terms of route, we are actually prepared. And let's, the refueling is completed, so we can turn the seatbelt signs on. No, I want you on. And let's ask for boarding. That's interesting. I was pretty sure that the stairs and loaders were removed, but okay. Probably they weren't. Okay, the IRSs are already initialized, so we can turn on the flight directors on 1 and 2. You know what? Let's go back to our departure chart just to see what we have here and zoom in. So takeoff runway 4 left and right, climb on a heading 035 to 500 feet, then climbing right, turn to heading 055 and use DME 3.6, okay, to 4 from EASA, whichever is here. But since we have a, I think we are just going to use the LNAV, and then at some point after the right hand turn we'll just like turn right direct to Merit. So let's just set the initial heading, which is 039.
Hello, Captain. We're ready for pushback.
Like I said, I'm not going to use I'm going to use LNAV, so I won't be using any backup in terms of VOR or other radio navigation aids. Initial altitude.
Departure check completed.
Do we have any here? Top altitude is 3,000 feet, so let's select it as well. Okay. We can set up the radius just for sake doing it, because like I said, I'm not going to fly on any kind of network, which basically means I'm not going to use the
Locking gear.
communications radio. But it's a good idea just to set them to keep the procedure quite standardized and put it in practice. We don't need VHF2 for the time being. We'll set it passing 10,000 feet, and let's set the standard transponder of 2000 here, and it's in standby position. Radar trim is 0. Okay, perfect. So let's go up. Sorry, here at the bottom there are 2 checks I want to do. Okay, this one works, this one works, perfect. And what about? Okay. Alright, works as well. Perfect. Okay. In that case, let's move up and see how we are doing here. We can turn the yaw damper on. Okay. All is set here as it should. I think we can, because since we are boarding the passengers, let's actually start the APU as well. So let's finish our cockpit preparations. So where we were, okay, we were here. We can turn on. Sorry, I wanted to start the APU, and the APU is running, so we can turn the APU on buses. That's okay. And we can select the window heat as well. Okay, let's head to the pressurization panel and set it as well. So, okay, APU bleed on. Let's turn it off for the time being, and let's pax auto and auto. Okay, close. No, we want you in auto position. Okay, perfect. The boarding is still ongoing, but we know that we want to set flight level 230 because it's going to be our cruise altitude, but I don't remember what was the landing elevation for Boston. So let's quickly go to our chart and Boston, what we have here. Airport elevation 19 feet, we have set 0. Okay, it's perfect. Alright then, so now we just need to wait for the boarding to be completed. So once again, I think I will just head outside. And then, now there's one last thing that we can do actually here in the cockpit before enjoying the views, which is the pre-flight checklist. So, oxygen was tested 100%. Instrument and display switches normal and auto. Window heat we set it to on. Pressurization mode selector is in auto position. Flight instruments are set and parking brake is set. Engine start levers are in a cutoff position. I said flight instruments are set. Of course, I still need to set the speed for departure, but I will do it as soon as the boarding will be completed, and I will be sure what our final weights for today are. Okay, the boarding is now completed. So we can proceed with calculation of our departure performance. Let's do it. Let's take the airport from our flight plan and the runway 04 left. Condition is dry. Let's import it from aircraft. So weight of 141,800 pounds, 148.8. Okay, it matches perfect. That's okay. So we are good to go. Let's import the weather and let's calculate. So flaps 5 for departure, takeoff 2 derated, and selected temperature 43 degrees. Alright, let's set it. So temperature 43 degrees. It's Celsius. For those of you that you are located in the States, it's Celsius, not Fahrenheit. Okay, take off. Performance. CG 27.6, that's okay. Flaps were supposed to be 5. Okay. Engine acceleration height 1500, reduction nope. I will select 1000, perfect, and engine out acceleration height 1500. Okay, and that's, once again, we also need 141, pick 142 and 149. Alright, we are good to go and all set. And I know that some of you will point out that I haven't done the proper departure briefing, which means engine out procedure and rejected takeoff. But, well, it's flight simulator, so like for the sake of time, I will just skip it. I have all the failures off, so I'm quite sure the departure will be uneventful. Or in case of anything, we'll just like climb straight ahead to 1500 and then hold somewhere and return back to the airport. The weather is nice, so we can always do a visual approach. Okay, I think we are set, so let's go. Let's just make sure that here everything is set and here everything is set. Okay, perfect. So now I just want to make sure that we will be ready for engine start and pushback. The doors are still open, so let's close the doors, let's dismiss the GPU and take it from there. So ground operations and ground connections, ground power, yes please release the ground power. Disconnecting door management, close all doors. Closing, okay, perfect. And let's turn the beacon, the trim for today 4.10, so let's set it. Hold on, I want to make sure that is set. I'm not so sure, to be honest. Yeah, okay, perfect. That is set. So let's I'm just looking for the checklist, and okay, before start checklist. Cockpit flight deck doors, they're closed and locks. Fuel 10,300 pounds and pumps are on, which is okay. Passenger signs are on, and let's chime on. Windows are locked. MCP, we have the MCP panel set, so 3000, runway heading 149 as a V2 speed. Let's double check, yeah, that is okay. Takeoff speeds are set. CDU pre-flight, it's completed. Rudder and aileron trim, it's 3 and 0, yeah, it's perfect. Auto brake, this one, I would have missed this. So, auto brake, supposed to be RTO. We will verify it after our engine start. Okay, idle detent, engine start levers, yes. Flight control, sorry, I'm not, CDU completed 3 and 0, taxi and takeoff briefing completed, and anti-collision lights are on, and this one was not part of this checklist. Okay, let's ask for the pushback and prepare for pushback and departure. and I will taxiway Alpha 10, Alpha 9, taxiway Alpha 10. Perfect. Let's make sure that there are no aircraft behind us. Okay, so let's wait for this guy before commencing pushback. Okay, so we can start engine number 2. So let's switch off the packs and start the engine. So and 2, perfect. Let's wait for the N2 to increase to 24, 20, actually closer to 28, and then we'll set the fuel start switches. Okay. The light is out. Let's
set parking brakes.
we can start engine number 1.
Unlocking gear. Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed. Left is clear. Right is clear.
Okay, start a cutout. So V engines are stable. All right. So we can connect the engines. That's perfect. We can turn off the APU. That is perfect. We can set it on. We can turn the pitot as well. Box to auto. Sorry. Okay. This one works as well. Anti-collision slide. Okay. And we can do this one. Actually, we will do it just before takeoff. Okay. So let's set flaps. 1, 2, 5. Okay, flaps 5, perfect. So now we can let's check the flight controls. Okay, so full left, full right, full up, full down, perfect, full left rather, full right, rather. So flight controls check complete. Okay, so before taxi, generators are on, pitot heat is on, anti-air is off, isolation switches are auto, engine start switches, they are part of this checklist. Continues, recall, checked, auto brake, RTO, perfect, idle then engine start levers idle detent, that's confirmed, and flight controls are checked and ground equipment is clear. So we can taxi. Let's okay, actually let's go here, zoom in a little bit, and make sure we have a full screen. So we are going to taxi all the way here via Alpha, November, then right turn into Bravo, and then all the way to the until the end, and then turn left and line up runway 04 left. Okay, so we are clear left, clear right, let's taxi lights on, and let's go. Let's have the auto throttle and arm LNAV as well, so we are ready for departure. Okay, and last but not least, let's make sure that we have our transponder set. But like I said, I'm not flying on any kind of like network, so it doesn't really matter if I've selected the transponder or not. Okay, I think I can increase the power a little bit. Clear. Yes, we are clear on the right. Just want to... Okay, I need to... well, I want to make sure that we are taxi... Okay, no. Nope. That's not really the turn that I wanted to take, but that's okay. We'll take next left. Yeah. We have changed our taxi route a little bit, but that's okay. Clear right, clear left. Yes. I don't want to speed up because we are going to make a sharp right-hand turn and we are supposed to be below 10 knots. So that's why I'll just put the thrust back to idle. I don't want to increase the speed. Okay, we already have a 10 knots, so I'll probably apply a little bit of brakes just before executing the turn. And we are clear on the left, and we are clear on the right. Okay. It's 10 knots, which should be okay. Okay, turning slide. Turning right. And all the way until the end. Let's see how does it look from the passenger point of view. So a little bit of racing here on the right hand side. Okay, we will let the guys first. He's a little bit faster than we are. So let's make the checklist. Before takes off checklist. Flaps 5 once and twice and 3. Okay, 5 set green light. Stabilizer trim 4.1 units. So that's before takeoff checklist completed, and actually we have it here, so we can set it down so we know that checklist was completed. Yeah, like I said, okay, let him go. He was racing, so let's do it. Okay, I'm going to turn on the Tobii eye tracker for a departure. So don't be surprised that my head movements might become a little bit faster. Well, okay. Where's at the point of view? Okay. I will slow down, so the guy is probably... So we need to... Okay, there is one arrival here. So I believe the guy is not going anywhere. Let us slow down. Set the parking brake and turn off the taxi light to let the others that we are not on the move. What a nice arrival. Okay. Alright, he started to roll, so we can start to roll as well. And release the parking brakes. They are released. Okay, the guy has just vanished, or he was like really quick with the departure, so I think we can line up the runway. It's clear on the approach, so we can just line up the runway. So weather radar, we need this one. Let's turn on the lights. Yeah, turn it off, and make sure that our strobes, let's make sure that our strobes are on. Okay. Okay, ready, takeoff. So and transponder should be, yeah, thrust is set. $80 knots. Gear up. Positive rate, gear up. Okay. So, acceleration altitude, let's... Okay, I'm going to select the autopilot to help me a little bit managing the workload, because things are getting... So we have a command A. Okay, okay, and we can set the backup speed. Set flaps 1. No, I didn't want to disconnect you. And we are holding altitude, so yeah, it's quite clear. So let's select direct to merit. Okay, and let's... No. Let's select level change. Flaps up. Okay. We can even select the VNAV. Perfect. And make sure that... Yeah, we are okay. No, I want to go all the way to 23,000 feet. Okay, a little bit late, but probably a good idea to make the after takeoff checklist. So engine bleeds are on, packs are auto, gear is up and off, and flaps are up, no light. And that's the after takeoff checklist complete. Okay, we can set the guard frequency to hear the guard frequency as we are passing 10,000 feet. And probably there will be not much going on from now on, so I will get back to you just before our top of descent, while we'll be configuring our aircraft for landing in Boston.
103 out. Yeah, they gave him a white baseball cap on at the time, but they said they both say mid-20s and a light blonde hair, light brown hair. We had him on deck. Looked like
Okay, we are pretty close to our top of descent. Let's hide the yoke, and yeah, it's just like 33 miles, so it's actually the highest time to prepare for our descent into our destination. So let's ILS 03511.3, so let's make sure that we have 110.30. Yes, we have it selected, and the course is 035, so 035 1 and 035 110.3 pick. Okay, the minimums for this approach are going to be, so ILS, let's check the weather first, and then we'll know what our minimums should be for today. So arrival Boston 08009, visibility 10, start 2 miles, few clouds at 6,000 feet, broken 22,000 feet, broken. Okay, so fairly good weather. Okay, so we can just select the minimums for ILS Cat 1. In our case, it's going to be 218 feet. So let's select it. Okay, 2,200. Yes, okay, we have it once, twice set. Let's go for our forecast. So transition level is yes. QNH, okay, QNH is actually 300 in terms of inches, but let me recalculate it real quick. So it's going to be 300. Okay, so 1015. Okay, we should actually, yes, we can. Let's request the winds at flight level 210. Flight level 150. Actually, and 10,000 feet as well. Request. Load. Okay, unable 260 knots at robots. That is interesting. 25. Okay, this is because we are going to be descending. We can make it 260, so this limitation will be gone. Then we should be able to meet all the other speed restrictions there. Yes, and so the lowest we can set for the time being is 210 or above, and we shouldn't actually go below it, so let's keep it 210 and above. And as soon as we are going to pass it, then we'll bring it down all the 1700 feet. Okay, and let's select the altimeter on a standby. Let's go back, just make sure. Yes, altimeter 30000. Okay, so we have 300 on a standby selected as well. Nope. Okay. So probably a good idea to... I just realized we haven't even released the passengers, so we are going to do it now either. I mean, we are just in a descending. Okay, so descent. Pressurization, landing altitude, it's 19 feet and we have 0 set, which is okay. Recall, checked. Landing data, yeah, this is something I would have forgot. So we are going to still burn 700 pounds, so 137 point decimal 6 is going to be our gross weight, and we'll be using flaps 30 for landing. So yes, so landing data VREF is 139 and minimum's 218 feet, and approach briefing ILS 04 left. The weather we have already covered, so approach briefing completed. Okay, we can bring it down all the way to 170 as per our next restriction. And I haven't... okay, I will arm level 3 of auto brakes to make sure that we'll slow down on schedule. I mean, I don't want to overrun the runway in Boston. The weather still might be quite cold in March, so I don't want to test the waters. We are slightly... okay, we are catching up with the profile, so as soon as we are going to catch up with the profile and we will reduce our rate of descent, then the speed will set down a little bit as well. So that should be okay. And last thing, but not least, in case of misapproach, climb 3000 feet on Boston VR radial 034 to Woxham and hold. Do we have drag required? Okay, let's help up the plane with a little bit of speed brakes. Speed brakes do really look nice from the passenger perspective, but I wanted to check that we have, yes, Woxen, hold at Woxen. Okay, so we are good. So we have the misapproach set as well. Passing 180, so we can bring it down a little bit more and set the altimeter 3000, 3000, and we have 3000. Okay, approach checklist, altimeters 3000, 1, 2 and 3 times set. Approach checklist completed. Let's start the speed brake because we have catch up with the profile and we are descending nicely towards our destination, which is Boston today. I will open the airport chart just to prepare myself in terms of expected taxi route. So we are lining 0 for right here. So we will vacate via either Yankee or Romeo, then turn left into Mike, and then somewhere cross runway 0 for left via Foxtrot or Charlie, because we'll be parking somewhere here at Terminal B today. I will bring down it to all the way to 10,000 feet and check the parking chart for Boston. So okay, search, arrival, airport. Let's open the parking chart and pin it. Parking gates. Okay, this is what I'm looking for, so let's go for the pin one. Airport and parking gates. Like I said, we will be parking somewhere at Terminal B, so why not pick up anything between 30 and 36 for today's flight, so we can cross at Charlie. This is what we are going to do. Okay, let's go with our arrival. Okay, perfect. So we are here, and then we'll be turning left. So it's going to be almost a straight-in approach today for Boston. Perfect. That looks nice. Why on earth we are descending all the way to... Yeah, I know why. Because... Okay. While I was looking at the chart, I missed the fact that the aircraft has leveled off for a while, and then it stopped following the descent profile, which means we are now around 2,400 feet too high. But that is okay, because we are really slow, so the aircraft will catch up. We'll basically dive a little bit, increase our speed. That will increase our rate of descent, and it will help us to catch up with the profile. So we should be all good here. It's really difficult to fly the plane that is designed to be operated by the two-man crew, just all alone, and I got distracted because I was actually looking at the chart and trying to figure out where our parking gate might be today. But yeah, okay, it is what it is. And I think I can set it all the way to 6,000, because the plane is actually following the profile quite nicely, and I still want to capture some nice views out there.
103L. Yeah, they have a white baseball cap on. Not at the time, but they said they both say mid-20s, kind of light blonde hair, light brown hair. We had them on deck. Looks like
Okay, we have passed 10,000, so we can turn on the landing lights. And we are just like 500 feet above the profile, which is all okay. We can deselect listening to the guard frequency. We don't need it anymore. And that's it. So 6,000, that's 6,000 and then 4,000. Okay, as soon as we are, and the speed 210 and 220, we are okay. I told you it's going to be a fairly short flight. The total flight time up to now is just like 29 minutes, and we are already proceeding quite nicely straight towards toward Boston Airport. So I assume, let's check, yeah, around 10 more minutes to go So it will be around 40 minutes total flight time. Pretty short flight. I'm not exactly sure if I want to... Let's do one thing. Let's go for a fix. And it's going to be runway 0 for... Sorry. 0 for a right. Yes. With a distance of 10 miles and a distance of 4 miles. We still have a lot of distance towards the 10 nautical mile radius, so I'm not going to actually to follow the speed restriction here unless it's at 210. Yeah, but like I said, we are not flying online, so I'm just going to disregard the speed restriction for a very simple reason. I see there's like some AI traffic behind us, like following us, and I want to make sure that they will not catch up on us. And like I said, it's fairly long distance and we can safely cruise with current speed, so I'm just going to set the speed intervention here and maintain 220 knots for now, and then I will just slow down a little bit later. Okay, I think we can proceed with a level change. 4000, that is okay. This is the glide slope indication already alive, so we are below the glide slope, so that's okay. I mean, we should be okay to slow down then. And we have 20 nautical miles. It's a lot. It's a lot. We don't need to slow down just yet. Okay, 4000 or above. We are going to meet this requirement. I will just wait. Once we'll pass the waypoint, then I will select 3000 and then start to slow down. Okay, let's select 3000 and I think now we can slowly start to slow down. And we can arm the approach. Okay, Warlock, that's perfect. And we are waiting for a glide slope to be captured. And we can select flaps 5. 180. Okay, since I'm... Okay, there's one guy ahead of us, so let's slow down until 160. So flaps are 15. Let's arm the speed brake. And the guy is way ahead of us, but I believe we can slow down all the way until our final approach, which is 143 and flaps 25, flaps 30, continuous. Okay. So, landing checklist. Engine start switches continuous. Speed brake armed. Landing gear down. Flaps 30 green light. That's the landing checklist completed. As soon as we are going to approach 1000 feet, then I will just disconnect the autopilot and proceed for a manual landing. Let's see how does it look from a passenger point of view. Okay, so this is it. Let's disconnect the auto throttle. Let's disconnect it. And autopilot disconnected as well. And let's hope I'm not going to mess up the landing.
Approaching minimums. To minimums.
Continue.
100. 50. 30. 20. 10.
Okay, reverse or queen. Speed brakes are deployed and we are slowing down. Perfect. Okay, we are going to miss the first one. So let's disconnect manual braking and let's close the reverse. So we will speed up the taxi a little bit. Okay, let's slow down. Vacate to the left. Okay, so we can elapse turn. We can stow the speed brake. We can. Okay, let's make sure that we have the proper light, so we can turn on the taxi and we can turn off the strobes and engine start switches can go to auto as well. Last but not least, let's make sure that we were okay. Perfect. Okay, so like I said, we are going to turn left here Sorry, this is what happens when you don't follow the taxi. So I wanted to turn left here into Mike. Yeah, we want to turn all the way to the left here into Mike. Yes, we are clear here. What a lovely departure. And yeah, I don't need to apply. I slow down a lot, but like I said, it was a very sharp turn, so I wanted to make sure that we are not cutting the corner. What a lovely view of downtown Boston. I just got back from Boston 2 days ago, and to be completely honest, it's really nice to be back in a flight simulator to this lovely city. I do like Boston. I have the privilege or the opportunity to travel there now and then for a business reason, but it's really nice to see the city in a simulator when you are away. Okay, so let's unlock the location, and so we are going to taxi Mike. Hello. Okay, cross. I think we can cross the runways because the departures are here, and then to the Charlie, and we'll turn on Charlie. Okay, perfect. We can speed up a little bit. So clear left and clear right. Yes, we can cross this runway, that's for sure. It's better to be safe than sorry. So yeah, another runway to cross. First one, second one to the right. Okay, looks like it's safe to cross this one as well. Yeah, okay. We can do it. First one and second to the right, so let's go back to the charts. First one, okay, let's go back to the charts, and we've been and parking gates, and let's zoom in, and yeah, let's select 33, why not? Okay, B. No. So let's slow down. Okay. Wow, this looks beautiful. Okay. All right, clear on the left, so and clear on the right, so it's safe to cross this runway as well. Okay, Charlie and Charlie, so second left and 33 should be. First one is second left is Alpha, and Charlie 30, Bravo 33 should be somewhere on the right hand side. It might be actually here. This is our gate, perfect. So let's turn off the lights, so we are not going to blind the guy, and I think we can start the APU as well. Perfect, this is our gate. This is exactly where we want it to be. Okay. I have missed a couple of items, like okay, the APU is, so we can turn the APU. And switch off the engines. As soon as N1 is going to drop below, and N2 is going to drop, we'll deselect the beacon light and then release the passengers. Yeah, he is happy for my very good parking. Okay, we can turn off the anti-collision lights and turn off the seatbelt signs as well. A few more items here that we should do as well. Okay, okay. And we can lift up. Okay, let's make sure we are going to do the parking checklist, and then so shut down. Fuel pumps are off. Rope heat are off. Hydraulic panel is set. Flaps are up. Parking brake is set. Engine start levers are cut off and weather radar is off. And the last thing, transponder is off. Alright. So, thank you very much for watching. Hope you have enjoyed today's flight. If you do enjoy it, please give a like or leave a comment or subscribe. It will help me to, it will encourage me simply to record more videos like this. And last thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to ask for the deboarding and release our stranded passengers.